Hello, hi everyone. Welcome to a new live stream. Bienvenidos a un nuevo en vivo. ¿Cómo están? Espero que estén muy bien. How's it going, guys? Today we're going to talk about the direct object in Spanish, or just about direct objects. And before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and also click on the bell icon so you can get notified every time I live stream. You can also join our community on Discord. That is for free. You can find the link in the video description down below. That community, guys, it's growing and I'm glad. I'm really happy. And feel free to join this community if you have any questions about Spanish, if you want to practice your Spanish every day even. Yeah, you can do that every day. You can do that by joining the community. Once again, the link to that is in the video description down below. I want to give a big shout out to our members, to our Cafecito members, Raymond Sather, William Lopez, David Beaver, and KS. Thank you, guys. The support is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for the coffee. El cafecito está delicioso. Okay, so I already talked about this previously, the direct object, and I just want to talk about it again, and we will go over also some direct object pronouns, and in general I want you to just understand how the direct object works in Spanish. So let's get started. Okay, so the direct object, what is it? Do you know where to find it in a sentence? Also, as I said before, we will be talking about the pronouns that are used, the direct object pronouns. In the future, we will talk about the indirect object and the pronouns as well, indirect object pronouns. So yeah, that's gonna be another lesson. Okay, so what is, or how do you say direct object in Spanish? The term is el objeto directo. El objeto directo. Okay, so that is the name of, or the translation of direct object. Hello, Roger Mohen. Hola, Sugar. ¿Qué tal, Roger? Qué bueno que estás aquí. Bienvenido. ¿Todo bien? How are you doing? ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenido. Okay. So, el objeto directo is a noun. It can be a noun. It can be, it can be a thing or a person. And this noun receives the action of a verb. Okay, so it's affected by a verb. Okay, so it receives the action of a verb. It also answers the questions who or whom or what. Okay, so what is being affected by the verb? What is receiving the action of the verb, or who is receiving the action of a verb? So it could be things or people. We can see two examples here. Let's read them. Yo cargo la caja. Yo cargo la caja. This means I carry the box. That's what it literally means. Okay, I carry the box. And we can see here, we see yo, that means I, cargo, this is the verb, guys, okay? This is the verb, cargar, that's the verb, and it's conjugated for the personal pronoun yo cargo, okay? La, definite article, and caja is a noun. La caja, it's a feminine noun. So, where is the box? La caja is the direct object of the sentence because it's receiving the action of the verb cargar. Yo cargo la caja. Yo cargo la caja. I carry the box. The box is the direct object in the sentence. El objeto directo. Okay? So far, so good. And we can see that this is a thing. Okay? It's a thing. La caja. Now, the next phrase. Yo veo a María. Yo veo a María. This means I see Maria. Okay? So once again, this is the personal pronoun yo. Veo is the verb. The verb is ver. And veo is conjugated, of course. A Maria. By the way, guys, if you want to know about the personal a in Spanish, that was the previous lesson. So please just check that out so you know why we have an a in that sentence, okay? And remember, we were talking about that personal a, and it's very interesting. So if you don't know about it, please just watch that lesson. That's going to help you a lot. And of course, the direct object pronoun here is the direct object is María, okay? So we're talking about María, and she's being affected by the verb ver, okay? So María is a direct object, and of course in this situation she is a person. Okay, so it can be a direct object, can be a thing or a person. Sometimes it can be an idea as well, or even like a short phrase, but let's just keep it simple. We're talking about nouns that can be things or also people. Okay, we can be talking about people. Who is being seen or watched? Okay, María in this case. Okay, yes, ¿qué tal? Estoy utilizando citas en línea. Muy bien, que yes. Hola. Bienvenido. Okay, so far so good. Now we know a bit more about the direct object in Spanish. Now let's talk about the direct object pronouns. Okay, so just as in English, we don't repeat the same things over and over. If we're talking about a box, if we're talking about a person, sometimes we use direct object pronouns to avoid, like sounding repetitive. You don't want to sound repetitive in any language, of course, and the direct object pronouns help you with that. And they essentially replace the direct object. Okay, so you have direct objects, and then they can be replaced with direct object pronouns. Okay, when the direct object is a thing, object or a thing, yeah, or an idea, it can be replaced by the following pronouns. Okay, so we're talking about things only. Okay, so we have lo, la, los, and las. We have 4 different direct object pronouns, and essentially the first two are, well, lo is masculine, la is feminine, and here the last two, los is masculine and plural, and las is feminine and plural. Okay, I have a specific lesson about direct object pronouns where I explain more about the rules and how they work a little more than what we're gonna talk about today. So if you want to watch that lesson as well, please feel free to browse my channel, and you can actually search. There's a search bar, and you can just type in direct object pronouns and you will find the lesson. Okay. So let's see how they work. The first example right here. Yo recuerdo mi carro. Or, I was gonna say yo recuerdo a mi carro, but let's just keep it as it is. Yo recuerdo mi carro. That is fine. That's correct. Yo recuerdo mi carro. Okay? And this means I remember my car. I remember my car. Oh my God, it was, I don't know, beautiful. It was red, it was blue, it was this model, and so on. Okay, so we're talking about a car. Now, once again, remember we have the personal pronoun yo, the verb recuerdo. We have mi carro. This one is a noun, and it's also a thing. So if we say yo recuerdo mi carro, the direct object is carro. Okay, carro, which means car. And if you say yo recuerdo mi carro, and then later on you want to say pretty much the same thing, but you don't want to say carro again, then you can replace carro with lo. Okay? Yo lo recuerdo. Once again, here's the personal, not once again, let's talk about this sentence. Yo, personal pronoun, recuerdo, verb. Okay? So, the only thing that you need to do, you need to place the direct object pronoun in the middle or before the verb. Okay? Before the verb. Yo lo recuerdo. In this sentence right here, the direct object is pretty much at the end. It's actually at the end of the sentence. If you want to use the pronoun, you have to put it before the verb. Okay? And essentially, lo in this situation means it. Okay? Yo lo recuerdo. I remember it. I remember it. Okay? So, yo recuerdo mi carro. Yo lo recuerdo. And you are replacing carro with the direct object pronoun lo, which in this case, it means it. Okay? So far, so good. That's great. Now, by the way, remember carro is masculine, and that's why we're using lo. Now, let's just read the next example. Yo limpio la casa. Okay? La casa is receiving the action of the verb limpiar. Okay? Yo limpio la casa. La casa is the noun, and it's feminine as well. This means I clean the house. Now, you can replace casa with la, okay? So you don't have to say casa again and again and again. So what I would do, or what you need to do, is you need to replace casa with la, okay? La. Right here, yo la limpio. I clean it. Okay, once again, la means it in this situation. Yo la limpio. Remember, the direct object pronoun goes before the verb. This one is the verb. Okay, and keep in mind that you're pretty much using the same conjugation right here. Limpio, limpio. Yo limpio la casa. Yo la limpio. Okay? You can also say yo la limpié, okay? So if you are saying that you're cleaning the house, and then you are saying, yeah, I cleaned it like long time ago, then obviously this can be flexible. The conjugation of the verb can be flexible. Okay, la is a direct object pronoun, and it's used if you want to replace feminine nouns, okay? And remember, just singular ones. Lo, la. Lo, masculine, la, feminine, and both are used for singular direct objects, okay? Just one thing. One carro, one casa. Okay, now the next one, guys, is los. Los is masculine and plural. Yo compro tomates. Tomates. Okay? This means I buy tomatoes. Very simple. Compro is the verb. Tomates is the direct object. Okay? What are we buying? Tomates. Okay, so if we want to replace tomates, you can use los, because tomates is plural and also masculine. Los tomates. Okay, so remember, you can replace tomates with the pronoun los. Yo los compro. Once again, right before the verb. Yo los compro. Yo compro tomates. Yo los compro. And that means I buy them. Yo los compro. And the translation of los is them. Okay, in that situation. Yo los compro. Excellent. Now, the next one. Las. Las is feminine and plural. Yo lavo las manzanas. Manzanas is the direct object in the sentence. What is being washed? Manzanas. Las manzanas. Apples, okay? So I wash the apples. Now, if you want to replace manzanas or las manzanas, you can replace them or replace that with the pronoun las. Yo las lavo. Okay, and here's the verb. Las goes before the verb. I wash them. Okay, once again, this means them. Las means them. Okay, so perfect. That's great. Now you know how to use direct object pronouns when you're talking about things, objects, or ideas. Singular, plural, feminine, masculine. Lo, masculine, singular. La, feminine, singular. Los, masculine, plural. Las, feminine, plural. So that's great. That's great. Awesome. Now I need some water, and then we will talk about one last thing, and that will be it. So now, when the direct object is a person or a pet, usually pets, that direct object can be replaced by the following pronouns. So we have more pronouns. And specifically when talking about people or pets or animals. And this one can get tricky. But once again, I have a lesson specifically about direct object pronouns. So check that out, okay? So we have me. Me, it looks like me, but you pronounce it as me. And, well, let's just read the example here. Tú me cuidas. Tú me cuidas. You can see the pronoun here. And this is the verb. It can get tricky, by the way. And me, or tú me cuidas, means you take care of me. pretty much. That's what you're saying. And me means me. Okay? Me. And yeah, it can get tricky when talking about people, but essentially you need to follow the rule that where you put the direct object pronoun before the verb. Okay? Tú me cuidas. Now the next one is te. Okay? Te. And the example here is yo te amo. Okay? Yo te amo. This means I love you. Te means you. And once again, just keep in mind, who are we talking about? Okay? Tú me cuidas. So we're talking about me in this first example. Now, when you're in the second example, when you say yo te amo, so who is being loved? Okay? So in this situation is you. Okay? Yo te amo. And that's why we use te. Okay? So essentially, we're talking about you, tú, and as a direct object, you can use the direct object pronoun te. Okay? Can get tricky. The next one, lo/la. Lo, la. These ones are similar to the previous ones that we just learned. And lo is used for him. Okay? Him. La, her. Okay? Ellos lo escuchan. Ellos lo escuchan. Who are they listening to? Him. Okay? So that's why we're using lo. And you can also say ellos la escuchan. Ellos la escuchan. And this means they listen to her. Okay? Who do they listen to? Her. So that's the direct object pronoun la. And it can get tricky. I know it can get tricky, but essentially lo and la are direct object pronouns, and they can replace essentially a person if the direct object is a person or a pet. Okay. Remember, lo technically means him, la means her. Okay. Nos. Tú nos odias. My arrows are terrible as usual. Tú nos odias. You hate us. Nos technically means us. Okay? Tú nos odias. It's quite interesting that in English you have, the personal pronoun, then the verb, and then the pronoun. But in Spanish, you have the personal pronoun, the pronoun, or the direct object pronoun, and then the verb. So it's the other way around. It's crazy. It's crazy. Tú nos odias. You hate us. Okay. And lastly, los and las. Los, las. Yo los veo. That means you see them or see you or you see you. But this can get tricky because technically this is a plural you. And actually, yo means I. Sorry about that. I see them or I see you. And once again, them, well, you know what that means. And that you is a plural you, okay? You're saying that to a group of people, and that's why we're using los. Los, and you can also replace this with las if you're talking to just females, okay? You're talking to a group of females. You can say yo las veo, I see them, or I see you. Plural. It's plural, guys. So yes, remember those direct object pronouns go before the the verb, and that's important to remember. But once again, if you want to know more about rules about direct object pronouns, please just check out my previous lesson about that. Okay, so do you guys have any questions? Any questions? Okay, so no questions. That's good, I guess. And yeah, okay, so that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this lesson, and I hope you liked it. And if you have any more questions, and if you missed this live stream, you can leave your question in the comment section down below. You can also join our Discord community or community, Spanish community on Discord. The link is in the video description down below. And well, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself. Be safe. Muchas gracias por ver este en vivo. And I'll see you next time. Adios. Bye-bye.